Okay.
Okay, so I mean, that's, because they've spent it this year, it's the same thing as the contract for the labor contract. You know, they said it'll go through whenever, you know.
The fact that it would be, say it's going to be a weekly salary. Say it's a weekly, I don't know if it's a weekly salary or not, but say it's a weekly salary, and we take this position that has been different and we up the salary so that paycheck is going to be higher than it was before. Does that cover the fact that then you would be able to give that money, that same salaried money, through until we approve the budget either on or before March 31st?
Madam Chairman, to make it, I think, maybe simpler is that we recommend that position be paid at $51,000 for the annual salary. So we'll find a difference between what the lowest paid person is getting now, add that to it so that on an annual basis it comes up to $51,000, and it's not going to be $6,000. It's going to be less than that, I think.
Like what?
Yeah.
What was the figure?
I don't know what it's going to be, but the difference between the lowest paid and bring it up to a $51,000 position.
We can only commit ourselves to 31 December.
Yeah. So that's, Representative Babson, do you have any more?
No, that was fine.
Representative Algren?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to interject that I really appreciate the commissioners coming forward to discuss this without just switching it over, which I guess technically they would have the authority to do. However, I just want to bring to light to everyone, because you may not remember, but County Attorney Dewhurst did mention it, was that they're planning on taking the money from the civil commitment line, okay? And if you recall, for the past millennium, we have never put any money in the civil commitment line. So this is highly unusual. Like, we generally don't even put money in this line, okay? This is for the ability to keep sex offenders in jail. So we appropriated, was it 20,000, 25?
20,000.
So we appropriated $25,000 to that line this year as a special thing for that purpose, and that was presented to all of us as we're doing this because it's going to be to try this person who we wanted to keep in jail, okay? So, but now they're saying, well, that looks like that trial's been stayed, they don't really need all that money, and they'd like to use that to try to hire someone else. So I do appreciate very much that this was brought before us, because that's even more added incentive for us to know, even though they technically, I guess, when the rubber meets the road, wouldn't have to. And so I appreciate that.
Representative Fleck.
I just have a question, thank you, Madam Chairman, of Attorney Dewhurst. What does this imply, this procedure, what does it imply for your ability to hire? I'm just sitting here thinking about having to hire someone, and what do you tell someone who's coming in for this position?
They want to know what the salary is.
And what are you going to tell them?
And I'm not sure. I'm listening.
That's what I'm wondering.
I'm not sure what I'm going to tell them, because
I've
I've
never
got several versions of
right.
what I can tell them.
Right, that's my concern.
Why I'm here.
Right. And if I were, well, I'm not testifying, so I don't want to tell you what I would say. But anyway, thank you. That was my concern.
My feeling is that if it was me applying for the job, I wouldn't take it unless I knew that it was going to be a solid $51,000, and it isn't at this moment at this table here. And if that's the way we want to do it, then Tom is out higher. Anybody else want to have a discussion? Representative Umberto.
Yeah, I just want to say that I don't think that there is any problem with Tom, with Attorney Dewhurst, excuse me, saying that your projected salary for next year will be in a range between 44 and 51. Okay, because I don't, I mean, based on whatever criteria that he has. Now, the person might accept the job at 48. you know, or they might be very well qualified, had spent a year in something, doing something else, and so he would hire at the high end of the 51. And so, but it didn't sound to me, as I heard him, that he is definitely saying that the job is worth 51. As I heard it, that was the high end of where he was going. If that's not exactly true, then I need to know that.
The job is every bit worth 51, for the record.
I wasn't arguing that.
Well, I'm just saying. But the issue is that these people that are going to take these positions have to decide whether they're going to be able to move here, and whether they can afford to move here, and whether their transportation costs
So the bottom line is
will justify that salary.
you're not offering a range?
There could be a range depending on what monies are available. And that's all, I mean, that's all I'm saying is I'm trying to see what I have available in order to make the best fit work with this position.
Oh, that doesn't answer my
Commissioner
question.
Solomon and then Representative McCarthy.
I just have a question for you, Attorney Dugard. Do you generally offer people a salary in a range, or do you offer people a salary?
No, we offer them a salary.
Yeah, not a range of salary.
Right, correct.
Exactly. As a professional, I don't know any professional who would accept a job will give you a range of salary.
Absolutely.
Representative McCarthy and
When
then
it's put
Umberger.
out, Commissioner, when it's put out, typically there is a range based upon experience and things like that.
That's
But
different.
when we make an offer of hire, then yes, it is a specific professional salary.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes. Representative McCarthy and then Umberger.
Yes, Attorney Dewhurst, could you give me a rundown on, I'm sure you must have checked with the other counties, where do we stand with our pay scale relative to the other counties?
That's the information that we don't have that yet.
Yep.
From right now, I think we're probably one of the lowest, if not the lowest in the state, but I don't know if you have any of those figures, Tom.
Yeah,
I know that-
I have a few figures. I just brought them this morning in case anyone wanted to know. I saved this from the union leader from Rockingham. The deputy county attorney for Rockingham makes $96,750. The assistant county attorney in Rockingham, there are two here. One is at $81,329. The other one is at $80,126. Some of from this, let's see. The Conway Police Department, I believe, pays their prosecutor $60,000. Deputy City Solicitor of Concord, recent ad was $72,000. Grafton, salary range, Assistant County Attorney, $51,709 to $71,573. Those are just but a few. We do have the county attorney's salaries from the Association of Counties, but that wouldn't be pertinent to what we're doing today. Typically, outside of the county, into the local police departments, they're looking at 50 to 75, 85,000, depending on what city, town it is for prosecution.
So it's a wonder you keep anybody at what we're paying.
Well, that's why I'm here. I mean, we can either, and I said this back in February and March. I said, I've been trying to hold off and hold them off, but if this happens and these people leave, which they only have to give us short notice, this county's going to be in serious trouble. And we have some really good prosecutors here, and we've had, as you know, quite a busy year since I've gotten here. And I want to make sure that we give the service that we need to our police departments, our victims, and the county. And I'm just looking for any help I can get from you. I understand you have a budget, and I understand there's concerns, but I also have to fill them, and I have to fill them with qualified people who are able to fulfill the job.
Yes. Representative Tregenza, did you have a question?
only a statement, and that is that, and I say this very respectfully, Attorney Dewhurst, the salaries that were cited were from counties, and I think Concord, you said, and Conway. Well, Conway would be comparable, but Concord and the other counties are probably not comparable to Carroll County. Carroll County salary would be more in line with, for example, like Cheshire, Sullivan, Grafton County, what their assistant county attorneys make, and I don't know what that is, but I just wanted to point that out, that's all.
Representative Umberger?
Yes, I'll make a motion.
Okay.
Although, let me just make a little statement first. Although I realize that we can't commit ourselves to what we're going to do in the budget next year. That's a, 1 January is a new fiscal year, and we need to make our decisions at that point. But my motion is that that we allow the county attorney to offer a salary range between the current salary and $51,000 for advertising for a new person, and that any change in the salary will be absorbed within his current budget.
Second.
That was you, Representative McConkey?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Yes. Does everybody understand what that was? Do you understand the motion? That they would allow the county attorney to offer a salary range from $44,280 to $51,000 for a new hire, and any change in salary would be absorbed in the current budget. Okay? All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay. I'll have a motion from Representative Umberger to go into convention with a second by Representative Fleck. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? I'll take a motion from Representative Umberger, second by Representative McConkey, to ratify the motion we just made in.
We have two motions, but Representative Patton.
No, was there?
Yeah.
Well,
we denied.
well, wait a minute. Let's just get this one through.
Okay.
That we ratify the motion to allow the county attorney to offer a salary range, and change in the salary would be absorbed in the current budget. Everybody, that was with Umberger and McConkey. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, we got that. And then motion by,
Wait,
oops, I'm sorry.
I thought we had a motion on the snow blower.
Yes.
That we didn't.
We don't have to do anything.
We didn't do anything.
No resolution, it was just the motion was denied.
That they can do that. We didn't, the motion was to deny it. I don't really think that we have to, well, you can, let's see. Did we put the motion not to reconsider into, we didn't do that, did we?
Yes, we did. We did that one, but we didn't do the motion
No, wait a minute, no.
to deny the,
No, wait a minute.
to deny the, taking the money out of contingency. Did we have a motion on that yet?
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Wait a minute. As far as I know, at the end, we went into to ratify. We ratified the guidelines. We did not do not to exceed the 5,000 foot. All right. Let me tell you what we didn't do. I will take a motion. There's a motion here to do, this is county attorney. I'll take a motion that we ratify that we support the county in entering the MOU and the Supreme Court and the House of Correction not to exceed 5,000